your attendance. My name is John Dixon. I'm a director of Pinpoint. At Pinpoint, we make systems to protect staff. We manufacture all of our own product. We use our own people to install our product, and we use our own people to service and maintain that product. We know that value for money in a product that protects lives is actually a product which works all of the time. We are 26 years old. We are no startup. We have approaching 4,000 systems in operation. 80% of those are in the United Kingdom. We have them elsewhere in the world. In Great Britain, our headquarters is in Leven in Scotland. Any golfers among you, that's 20 minutes south of St Andrews. And we have a service facility based in Chesterfield, very central to the country. Our product protects lives, and our focus is to ensure that it works every time it is needed. Our largest marketplace is in mental health and in accident and emergency. That probably covers about 80% of our business. However, our system works equally as well in other environments, and in an ever more increasingly violent world, we are seeing growth in schools, pharmacies, and in walk-in centres. Our system is actually hardwired. The reason we do that is to remove reliance on Wi-Fi and radio systems. I'm sure we've all experienced our Wi-Fi dropping out or our cell signal disappearing on our mobile phones. This is not something that you want to be happening whilst an attack is taking place. The only way we can guarantee that when you need help, you will get it, is by hardwiring our system. We enable you to get help, and we enable you or your responders to know exactly where you are. We have a sample of our products here, and we have a booth outside where we have several members of staff, and we would be delighted to take you through that in an awful lot more detail. I'd like to pass you over to Mr. Kevin Kreisel, who is going to take us through a case study. And thank you very much.
Good morning. Do you know, when I first joined Pinpoint some 11 years ago now, on the initial meeting with customers, they would ask questions like, is it simple to work? Will it last? Is it tough? What do we have to do to install it, etc.? These days, oh, how times have changed. First question, is it cheap? Do we want to put lives at risk for money? I don't know. Is Pinpoint the cheapest? No, we're not. Be quite honest about that. Are we the most expensive? No, we're not. What I do believe we offer, though, is value for money, because we don't advertise this enough, but we are, to my knowledge, the only company who offers a 100% money-back guarantee on all our new systems. So you can install one with a bit of peace of mind. The only reason I mention that to you is, as I run through, and I don't know why this is going on all on its own, but I'll go back again. As I run through this case study with you, it will become evident why I've just mentioned that to you, okay? Here we go. Right, a while back, a company called Millennium Care contacted us, and they had a problem in one of their sites called Sunnyborough in Selby, North Yorkshire. On the initial meeting with Sunnyborough, it became obvious that they had a problem. When they first acquired the building, they spent their hard-earned cash in installing systems and making it fit for purpose for staff and service users alike. They provide in Sunnyborough residential accommodation for 19 service users who have been through the hospital routines or the community services, and for some reason or other, those systems have failed them and they have serious behavioural problems. They are, in a lot of cases, on a one-to-one staff ratio. Millennium Care put a staff attack system in when they first started Sunnyborough up. But it became very clearly evident that this was failing them on a regular basis. And having spent 2 years with the installation supplier, who will remain nameless, they decided they had to do something about it because their staff had lost all faith in feeling safe on a one-to-one basis and were starting to refuse to be on a one-to-one basis. So they called us. Now, on first meetings, we tried to establish the cause of the problem, and we came up with a solution. We took away the drawings and quickly produced our own schematics going back to Millennium Care for approval to make sure that the customer had the final say on what the customer wanted. One of the things that became evident, though, at the time was that their existing system was linked to other systems, such as door access, door monitoring on the service users' bedrooms, etc. So what we did was find a solution to that so we could link our new staff attack system into the door access, door monitoring as well. This obviously delighted Millennium because it meant they didn't have to spend another second lot of money. Okay, we went ahead and installed the system whilst the Sunnyborough was live. Sorry, and I think it would be fair to say, because we employ our own engineers, they're trained, they're used to working in that environment, we actually blend into and fit into the day-to-day running of a live unit, and that's important to know. Once installed, this is something that pleases me, because since the system has been installed, we have had no reports from Millennium Care of one singular failure of our system since it's been installed, which is in excess now of 2 years. The staff are now happy, they feel safe again, they're back to one-to-one ratios, and all is good. Millennium are happy, they are at this moment looking at building a complex up in Yorkshire, and they're looking to put a Pinpoint system in there as and when that comes to development. Rachel Blackburn is the head of care homes at Millennium Care, and I'm pleased to say that Rachel's here today. I won't point her out because she'll get embarrassed. But this is a statement from Rachel, which I'm not going to read. I'll let you read it. But basically, going back to my opening gambit, ladies and gentlemen, was buying the cheapest or even the most expensive is not always the way. If you've got a 100% money-back guarantee, and as John said to you earlier, we're 26 years old, and I can tell you now that there are some systems running as we sit in this room that are 26 years old and are still operational. I think you'll agree, ladies and gentlemen, that is value for money. What I'm also going to say is, as John mentioned, we have a stand. The day is already overrunning, so to cut and catch up with the day, anybody who is interested and wants some questions answered, please come to our stand and we'll be more than happy on a one-to-one basis to talk to you. Thank you very much for your time.